Ladies and gentlemen, they're saying there's now enough evidence to charge Hunter Biden. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the president's son. No matter what kind of sleaze bag he is not going to get charged like the regular citizen would. I mean, let's be real. We know this is exactly how it's going to be. Federal agents have evidence to charge Hunter Biden. Uh, all right, let's get into this. Federal agents investigating Hunter Biden believe they have gathered enough evidence to charge the first son, that they're going to get him with tax crimes as well as false statement related to a gun purchase, according to a new report. Really? Okay, so you're not talking about all the drug use and that laptop and everything. So that's what you came up with: tax crimes and a false statement related to a gun purchase. Y'all notice this is what they do. They either, like I said before, when it comes down to certain people in this country, they won't enforce the law. But on other people over the most minute thing, they will suddenly enforce the law. And that's all I see in this instance. They're going to give him the lightest charges known to mankind. We know they're not going to make Hunter sit in jail for years, although that's what he really truly deserves. People like Hunter never get the charges they really deserve. Look at Brett Favre. That's proof right there. The final decision on whether to bring a case against a 52-year-old will be made by Delaware U.S. Attorney David Weiss, who was appointed to his current position by former President Donald Trump. The Washington Post, citing people familiar with the investigation, reported that agents had determined months ago that they had assembled a viable criminal case against Hunter Biden. The newspaper reported that the investigation, which started by focusing on Hunter's overseas business dealings, has shifted to whether he reported all of his income from foreign transactions, as well as whether he lied about his history of substance abuse on a firearm purchase. And so he apparently applied for this firearm back in 2018. Hunter Biden himself announced in December of 2020 that his tax affairs were being investigated by federal authorities in Delaware. And he said he was confident that a professional and objective review of these matters will demonstrate that I handled my affairs legally and appropriately. Mm-mm-mm. At some point after that announcement, the first son had paid off a tax billing totaling around $2 million. Okay, so when he realized he was about to be charged, he jumped up with $2 million. Okay. Sources told the Post that Kevin Morris, a big shot Hollywood lawyer, had loaned his money to defray the debt. The probe kicked off in 2018 when investigators started looking at whether Hunter and his business associates violated various tax and money laundering laws during their dealings in China and other countries. The investigation was reportedly briefly put on hold ahead of the 2020 presidential election due to federal guidelines that prohibit activities that could influence a political race. Meanwhile, Questions surrounding Hunter's gun purchase surfaced after Delaware State Police and the FBI launched an investigation in late 2018 following a bizarre incident involving him and his sister in law turned lover, Hallie Biden. According to Political Report last year, Holly took to her then partner gun and tossed it into the trash can across from a high school because she feared he was going to kill himself. Hallie reported the gun missing after she returned to retrieve it, but found it was already vanished. So she threw it in there and somebody took the gun out of the trash. That's what she's saying. As police were probing whether the gun had been used in any crimes after it went missing, Secret Service agents reportedly tried to intervene and contact the owner of the store where Hunter bought the gun. And they were asking for the paperwork that recorded the sale. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. The probe kicked off in 2018. All right, I read that part. I'm going to go down a little more. Okay. As the police were probing whether the gun had been used in crime. So they went back to the original place where the gun was bought, and the owner, Ron Palmieri, eventually handed over the sales information to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, which oversees the federal gun laws. A copy of the October 12th, 2018 gun transaction form subsequently revealed that Hunter had to answer no to the question asking, "Are you a lawful user of or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any controlled substance?" So he answered no. And we know Hunter Biden is the biggest junkie on the planet. Hunter had been discharged from the Navy Reserve 5 years earlier after testing positive for cocaine. And he admitted in his own memoir, released last year, that he was addicted to crack around the time he bought the gun. Lying on a federal gun purchase form is a felony. In a written statement to the Washington Post Thursday, Hunter Biden's attorney, Chris Clark, accused investigators of leaking information from ongoing grand jury proceedings. It is a federal felony for a federal agent to leak information about a grand jury investigation, such as this, Clark said. Any agent you cite as a source in your article apparently has committed such a felony. We expect the Department of Justice will diligently investigate and prosecute such bad actors, as is proper and legally required. We believe the prosecutors in this case are diligently and thoroughly weighing not just the evidence provided by agents, but also all the other witnesses in the case, including witnesses for the defense. That is the job of the prosecutors. They should not be pressured, rushed, or criticized for doing their job. Biden has repeatedly insisted that he has never spoken with his son, Hunter, about his overseas business dealings. And you know what? I don't believe Joe Biden. Joe Biden's lying. Okay, come on. When your children travel somewhere, I don't care how old or young they are, it is normal for you to ask about their trip and the things they did on their trip. That's normal for any parent to ask those kind of questions. And Joe is trying to say he didn't ask anything about his overseas trip. I don't believe Joe Biden. I believe they discussed this thoroughly. I really do. But that's my opinion. However, a survey of his activities while vice president suggests a different story. In 2015, for example, Joe and Hunter Biden attended a DC dinner whose guest list included Russian billionaire Yelena Bert- Bertrina, Bertarina. Yeah, Yelena Bertarina and her husband, according to the records from the laptop that formerly belonged to Hunter Biden and were obtained by the Post. So they're saying this is still a developing story. Joe Biden is lying. He discussed everything with Hunter about that overseas trip. I don't believe him. Mm-mm, not even a little bit. And we done seen those videos of Hunter all strung out and all messed up in hotel rooms, all high and everything. Mm-mm. Trust me, Joe knows way more than what he will let on. And he's going to use his pull as president to get Hunter out of all of this. You watch. I know what I'm talking about. If it was anybody else, they would be in jail. But the president's son, they're going to do everything they can, especially Joe Biden in his position. He's going to push his power around and get his son out of this whole thing. Y'all just wait and see. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.